Now, you may be wondering, what are these guys doing here today? Well, if you watched our last show, we omitted a certain Habs prospect of the week that we usually do at the end of the show. And that's because we're going to do a separate show each week dedicated to the Habs prospect of the week. So you can expect 2 times the recruits, baby. 2 times. Let's go.
Turn up your volume. Because you're about to listen to the Sick Podcast. Recruits Draftcast.
With our first pick in the 2022 NHL Draft, les Canadiens de Montréal sont fiers de repêcher from the Slovakian national team and TPS Turku, Juraj Slafkovsky.
The sickest NHL draft and scouting podcast. It's gonna be sick.
Been a while, Gret. How you been?
Yeah. Hey, looking good. Yeah.
We are back at it.
Well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are back at it. We couldn't stop ourselves. I think this is a great idea. I think people are going to like this. A short segment dedicated to our Habs prospect of the week. And to kick things off, Grant, you have a surprise for everyone, and myself included. I have no idea who your prospect is this week. So
yeah,
I'll let you tee it off, and we'll watch some clips when you're ready.
Okay. Well, yeah, I think it comes as a bit of a surprise because this prospect's in his mid-20s, and I don't know. I think he might score 40 goals for the Habs this year. So, any idea on who that might be?
What's your definition of prospect here?
Well, I looked it up. Glad that you asked me that. But one of Merriam-Webster's many definitions of the word prospect is, quote, a likely candidate for a job or position. So
okay, we have a loophole. We have a loophole.
Right. seeing that we've done Demidov to death, so we can't do him again this week. Instat doesn't have Kapanen videos up from those last 2 games. Rohrer and Eriksson, who could be worthy candidates, have both been playing in Champions League. And as we discovered that there's copyright issues, yeah, with on YouTube using Champions League games. So Volokin has been the backup, so he hasn't played a game. Kenin's been in 1 game, and he played 6 minutes, and hasn't been dressed in other ones. I bent the rules a little bit and went with a with somebody by the name of Patrik Laine as the Habs prospect of the week.
Wonderful. Well, why don't we look at some wonderful videos that you prepared?
Okay. Well, we have a picture of him, do we not? Or no, I thought Jimmy had got a picture of him. Maybe not. Just we did. He did make an appearance this week, right? It's not like he was on the ice and he looked good. So that's our Habs prospect of the week is Patrik Laine. And Jimmy, roll that video. But this, what I did was I put together it's about 50 goals that he scored with Columbus. There's been lots of talk that how much he declined when he was with Columbus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. These goals kind of show you that he's still got the scoring touch. This shot is just
unfair.
It's just, yeah. I mean, I love Cole Caulfield's shot, but I mean, Laine's even at this point, at least, 1 step beyond that.
Hey, what's better than 1 sniper?
Yeah, that's right.
2.
Pick your poison. and both on the left side, right? On the power play, it's going to be just line the 2 of them up, right? But it's funny, like people kind of point to his decline in goal scoring in Columbus, but there were several factors behind that. Like last year was a write-off. He only played 18 games, was struggling with personal issues and dealt with concussion. Oh, here he is against the Habs. Look at that, eh? Quite the angle that he got that one in.
Wow.
You wonder why the boys went after him. Canadians, when I went through these highlights, I got a good glimpse as to why. But look at how accurate most of these goals are. Just top corner. He's not just a goal scorer too. He has some silky mitts when he puts his mind to it, as that goal just demonstrated. But I mean, let's go back to 2022-23 with Columbus, okay, where he scored 22 goals in 55 games. Oh, there's the boys. I mean, he scored 22 goals in 55 games. All right, that's a 33 goal pace over 82 games, which isn't bad, but
that's great.
Fine. Yeah. I mean, we'll take it, right? But when you consider that Zach Werenski was out for the whole year, their top defenseman, their leading point scorer on defense that year was Adam Boqvist with 24 points. All right. So they had nobody on the point, no power play quarterback from the point feeding them on the power play. You know, I mean, if Hudson makes the Canadiens, he may have 24 points by December, right? He could have 24 assists on the power play alone. But, I mean, who was setting him up from the point on the power play in Columbus? His power play stats in Winnipeg, he had 1 year, he had 15 goals, another he had 20. Well, in Columbus, it was like half that because there was no one to feed him, really, you know, especially on the point. Well, he's going to have, I mean, Slav with those rocket passes that he makes. I'm just picturing his rocket pass. If Laine has time, well, he's always got his stick back ready to go. So that rocket pass from Slav, if he can convert, if he can handle him with his one-timer, goalie's not going to stand a chance. Yeah. He'll be just starting to move and the puck will be in the back of the net. But then Hudson as well, right? But, I mean, Columbus that year had 2 players hit the 50-point mark. And that's it. And one of them was Laine. So, they basically finished in a 3-way tie for last place. 1 point behind, tied with Chicago, 1 point behind Anaheim. So, considering that he was on a 33-goal pace despite all that, I don't see why, if the personal issues are straightened out and he's in a good frame of mind, he's healthy, I don't know why he can't score 35 plus and maybe 40, 45, right? So that's a nice addition to your lineup.
It's a good little prospect there.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Not a bad prospect. So, I mean, I'm picturing him just loading up with goals, loading up that big one-timer, and like Columbus didn't have a Doc or a Suzuki at center either. They really just didn't have the supporting cast that he can get with Montreal this year. I mean, he could play with, he might end up on the first line with Suzuki and Slav. He could play with Doc and Slav. He could play with Doc and Newhook, could be the 1-2-3 line with Doc and Slav, or any way you slice it, he's going to have plenty of capable line mates feeding them. And that spells trouble for opposing teams. Like Laine's one-timer is unbelievably hard and accurate.
Yeah.
You see the way his stick whips back with that flex. I've never seen anything quite like it. Like nobody can duplicate. He just whips it into the net. So I just thought it'd be cool to, give a nod to Habs Prospect of the Week. Instacustoms Habs Prospect of the Week.
Yes,
to
sir.
Patrik Laine to start it off. And, all the juniors and stuff will be going starting a week or two, and we'll have more to pick from. Champions League will be over, so we'll be able
use the footage. Yeah,
we'll be able to use the footage of those guys playing. So, but for now, it was slim pickings, and I thought we'd lead her off with Mr. Patrik Laine.
That's right. That's right. And hey, in the comments, you can let us have it. If you don't think he's a prospect, we don't care. This is our show. There are rules, okay? According to Grant's definition, he's a prospect. So we're going to roll with that. It's just a good fun. I think I speak for every Habs fan and probably most hockey fans when I say we are excited to see this guy dress up in the bleu, blanc, rouge, see what he can do, bounce back, right? Find his groove, because, man, the potential was through the roof when he came into the league, and it's still there. It's still there. So there you have it, folks. The Instacustoms Habs prospect of the week is Patrik Laine. And we're going to be back next week with our regularly scheduled program and a separate show just for the Habs prospect of the week. So keep an eye out on that. Grant, it's been a pleasure. Appreciate your work. Appreciate you all watching and tuning in every time we post a show. You're the best. Until next time, take care.
And that's a wrap. Hope you don't miss us too much until next time. Follow the Sick Podcast Recrutes Draftcast on YouTube, Facebook, Google Play, and Apple Podcasts.